Tell them, know your roots. Tell the sound boy better, know your roots. Grime ain't new, I was here for the first time. Tell the little boy better, know your roots. 110s and AVs, know your roots. Shut up and play me, know your roots. Oi, pow, know your roots. Still shut down the dance, better know your roots.
We're there. It's been a long time coming.
Trust me, 1/3 of the legendary More Fire crew, the lyrical architect.
You don't know.
Is in the building. Ozzie B is here. Well gone, sir.
Trust me, you know me and Sir Vennom go way back. Way back. So I had to come through and bless up the show for him, you know what I'm saying?
Trust me, it's been well overdue, my brother.
Overdue, my brother. So yeah, man, we're working, we're back on it again still.
That's what I like to hear, bro. Because now is the time, you know.
Exactly.
The time is now.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a thing called Know Your Roots. Talk to me about that tune. Obviously, it's self-explanatory, but why now?
How that tune come about was, it's just like the start of the year, like from the year started, like obviously big up Sharky, Grime Originals, you know what I mean? Because obviously for this new crowd that don't know who the Originals was, Sharky's introducing them, you know what I'm saying? And obviously off the back of that, because I've been at like 3 or 4 of them performing there, I said to myself, you know what, man, I need to school these youths because they don't really know, you know what I'm saying? They don't really know their roots.
Well, I was there.
Man, had to make the things, get me, had to stem up the thing for them, make them know what's going out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, big up Shark every time. Grime Originals going on mad right now.
Definitely, man.
Trust me, and bringing back the grime. Like you said, you have to show the new school where it originated from.
Yeah.
Who the originators were.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
But a lot of them, I do rate a lot of them because a lot of them do pay homage, you know what I mean?
No, of course they do. You know what? I would say at least 70 to 80% of them definitely pay homage, but you got the 20% that just hear the new stuff and think, oh, like this, you know what I'm saying? Where like when they're hearing like the new age grime MCs, and then they're listening to us, they're probably thinking, oh, these man sound like a bit backdated, but it's not even that man sound backdated. We're the originators of the thing, you know what I'm saying? So you need to know us, definitely.
You need to know your roots.
You need to know your roots.
So right now, let's get to know Ozzie B's roots. All right, where did it start from? You grew up in
well, I grew up in Walthamstow, yeah, Leighton, Walthamstow, East London, yeah. To be precise, obviously I started MCing from like the age of 15, like just before I left school.
Okay, so
you know what I mean, just going into college, like Wolford Forest Epping days and all that. You know what I'm saying? So just that's when it all started for me. But the real way it started, how my roots come along was, even Lethal could vouch for me on this. Yeah, how we started was in a RE class in Holy Family School. That's how we started doing music.
Yeah, you know the RE classes were the deadest classes.
Exactly.
You know?
The teacher didn't turn up, Vennom. You get me? So we had to utilise the time. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's what kind of happened. And then we just said, me and Lethal said, you know what? Like, obviously, when we do tapes with, you get me, with Johnny Bravo, like, we might as well just like showcase the bars in front of the class. No one's there. Why not? And then from there, we just done a little talent show in the class, the RE class, still.
So that was the official first performance.
That's the first ever performance.
So this is when you were 15, yeah?
This is This is when I was 15. Like,
so you started writing last year. You started writing bars when you were 15 or before that?
Well, I was writing bars before that, but obviously, because obviously my older brother as well, he used to MC as well. You know what I'm saying? So being around him and hearing what he's coming with, I was just like, yeah, I like this. I like this. You know what I mean? I can get into this. So you know what? To be honest, though, he could even vouch you. Yeah, like. I remember when him and his boy Gary was at the house, yeah, and they was playing Gary. This is like garage, like old school, like early days Creed and all them man there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's playing them man there, and I had 2 little small plates. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, like I was playing around with the plates like they were decks, but they weren't even decks. They were plates that you eat food from. But from there, that's when I said to myself, yo, music. Yeah, I'm in this. That's the
thing. So growing up, what music was playing in your household? Who was the inspiration?
In my household, well, where I'm from Jamaica, I'm not from there, but my parents are from there. So, Beres Hammond, Sizzla Kalonji, Bob Marley.
So a straight reggae thing.
Reggae, you know. When we got to the christenings, when we got to the weddings, when we got to the house parties, that's what you're hearing in our era, you know what I mean? And this is before everything else, so, you know what I'm saying? That's what I literally grew up on, reggae, ragga. You know what I mean? Not even, you know what they call bashment now? No, I grew up on ragga.
All them
Understand?
Ragga Volume 5 and
you know,
thing there.
you know, Super Cats and the Ninja. I used to watch Sting religiously. Every year I used to make sure I got the DVD or the videotape or something somehow. So that's basically how my music journey started. Like,
so when you first started writing lyrics now, was that I take it that was like when Garage was first coming in, when Jungle was still running the
because
place,
you know what it is, obviously a lot of people don't know, so let me tell them. Like, obviously when More Fire, we started just before, like, when I say just before, an inch before the grime scene proper excelled and started, you know what I mean, like before, like just before Sidewinder and all of that kind of stuff, you know what I mean. So we started like we was on Deja for like 2001, like we was on there. I was just doing the radio rounds, and then obviously we met Chubby, and then that's how Oi come about. So big up Slim Ting as well, because he made the link for that. You get me? So yeah. So basically that's how that come about. We went to Elstone, linked up with Chubby. He showed man the beat. He weren't even really feeling that at first. Still, he was more like, oh,
he wasn't, or you weren't.
Chubby. Even me, I was a bit skeptical, you know. I was like,
so before the Oi thing, so you obviously you went to school with Lethal, innit?
Yeah. We both went to Holy Family College.
Yeah.
Still.
So after that first performance in the RE class, we did mash up the place. We
did. From there now, what we done was that we was doing like, obviously at the time we had these little under 18 raves and stuff like that. So obviously me, Lethal, and Shawnee B and couple man would make sure that we was at these events, because we obviously was trying to get into the musical thing. So we was at all these events, even if it was mobbing, even if it was just going there to just jump on the mic. We're not even booked. We're just going there like we just, you know what I mean? We know it's gonna be, you know what I mean, productive. So we just go there. We're hungry. If there's a mic available, we're jumping on that. If the DJ is not playing, then the DJ would jump on that and we'll just do a set. So it was just like we was doing the rounds, just going to clubs and mobbing clubs just before everything, really. You know what I mean? Just after school, from like, say, college times. That's when we got into like the whole mobbing clubs, going Harley Quinns in Ilford and places like that, mobbing, you know what I'm saying? Venue,
after big up Harley Quinns. That was my first ever DJ booking, in
there you go. So you know.
After big up Harley Quinns.
Sir Vennom, we go way back, so he knows the thing.
Trust me. So when you're there, doing the round, so you're officially More Fire now. You got your name.
Well, what it is, obviously, the thing stemmed off. Obviously, it was More Fire. That's the umbrella. You know what I mean? Anything that comes out underneath that is gonna be under that. But More Fire is the umbrella. But there's a new movement that me, Knowledge, and my older brother started called Straight GM. So that's what we're pushing, and that means straight great minds, straight good music. So that's what we're pushing. But obviously, the link up's still there. You know what I mean? I'm still doing stuff with the Fire Camp members, the former Fire Camp members. I'm still doing stuff with the former More Fire members. So, like I said, More Fire is the umbrella. Fire Camp comes underneath it. Straight GM comes underneath it. It's all umbrella.
Okay. The parent company.
The parent company. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So obviously, when you're mashing up Harlequin, you're doing all these under 18s right now. So obviously, Nico's linked up with you. And where did you meet Nico?
Big up Killer. Me and Nico, you know how me and Nico met? Me and Nico met. Obviously, I knew Nico because Nico was on the ends, like Wolfenstone Central and that. I used to see him, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really know him. Obviously, he was a year older than me in school. But I used to always see him about. And then, obviously, it came to a time after me and Bizzle were doing the tapes. Like, we're just doing tapes literally at our brethren's house, basically. Just brushing up on our lyrics and stuff like that. After that, we heard about a place in Chinkford called Sound Training. So we went down there. It's like a youth club, innit? But they do, like, obviously, you can brush up on your DJ skills. You can brush up on your MC skills there. So from there, that's when we just said, yeah, we need to go there. And then, obviously, Nico was there already. So me and Lethal went there. And then, obviously, from there, me and Nico made a connection when we went to the sound training thing, basically. And obviously, Lethal was doing his own thing anyway. But then, obviously, he saw the vision, innit? He saw the vision. He saw, like, yeah, you know what? Like, us man need to link up and get something going, like, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, we're the ones here that seem serious about this thing, so... And then, yeah, that's basically how we met Nico. So it's like me going to a youth centre in Chinkford, and obviously Lethal as well. And we just met up there, and bang.
So who come up with the name?
The name? It's 50-50 with me and Nico still. Because, obviously, I made the more. Nico made the fire. Yeah. And you know what it is, yeah? It's not even just that. You see Caper and them times there, yeah? Caper
running the place.
Running the place, you know. So that's just the talk on the road anyway. Yeah. More fire. So he said, yo. Me and Nico said, yo. We need to come with a name, you know. You get me? Obviously, we're doing this side trading thing, but we need to come with a name. So from there, he said, more fire crew. That's what we're going to call our thing. And even when you listen to Oi out to today, you hear Caper at the start of the tune. You get me? He's on the intro. Yeah. You hear him. We just make them know, say, I'm more fire, you know. We just blaze it up on them. You see? So from them days, you know what I'm saying? Like, Caper and it's mad, trust me. More fire than that.
Mad thing. So before Oi, obviously you formed a crew now. You're going around performing at parties and under 18s and gate crashing certain raves and things, mashing up the place. So how what was your first radio appearance? When did you first start
First radio appearance, was Amy FM. It weren't really a big station at the time.
You have to start somewhere,
you have to start somewhere, innit? Like, obviously, you have to bear in mind that we just left school, you know, at Big Guy College, so we're just kind of looking to go on the station anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, obviously, Amy FM, they came to us first. We sent them a tape, actually, because this is the times where you had to give them demos before they even let you on the station. So, we had to do a tape.
On cassette tapes.
You know what I'm saying?
You must explain to younger people what these cassettes
are. For you kids that are listening and don't know your roots, yeah? TDK. Yeah? This is how we used to do it. We used to do demo tapes before we even got on radio. Demo tapes. And if you never got the certified your set was good, you weren't getting on that station. You understand? So we come from a long way. Like, we've heard no a few times, but you know what I mean? That's where we came from, man. Like, TDK days, man. Doing tapes, sending it to stations, just trying to get on a station, you know what I'm saying? So, no, definitely, man. So that's where it all
So what was the next station after?
The next station after that was after ABFM. Which station did we go on after ABFM? After ABFM, we went on Fresh FM, which was Gappy. You know what? We got Gappy ranks as one of the early DJs. Gappy Rider, you get me? Big him up still because he was one of the early DJs. And obviously he had his station at the time, Have It FM. Yeah. Fresh FM. First it was Fresh and then it turned to Have It.
Yeah.
But basically it was like Amy FM, Fresh FM, and that was local because that was in Boundary. Yeah. That was just in the area, so we got there quick. And then after Fresh FM and Have It FM, we went on Deja Vu. And then after Deja Vu, up on the roof, as you know what I'm saying? And then after on the roof, we went to Mystic FM.
Mad.
Yeah, and then we was on Mystic FM for quite a while. And then after that, we went on Heat FM. And that's when, like, obviously before Skeptors and the JMEs and all that lot blew. We was with them still, like on Heat FM. So yeah, we've done the rounds on stations still.
Put in the work.
Definitely say that, yeah.
Put in the groundwork.
We put in the underground work, you know what I'm saying? Definitely.
So obviously you're starting to build up a name. More Fire's got a local name, obviously. Yeah. East London, London. Obviously you went North London as well.
Yeah.
So tell me how the Oi tune came about.
The Oi tune came about, like I said, big up Slim Ting. Because obviously Slim Ting, like, he done his own version. If you listen to the actual Oi beat, there was another version called the Elstone mix. And it went like do 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 do. That was the original one before the one we made. You know what I'm saying? And that was Slim Ting's version. Obviously, Slim Ting and Chubby, they linked up and made a version. So obviously, we heard that version. Then Slim Ting said like, "Yo, like, obviously, man's got the link from my man that like made this beat, you know. So obviously, he's not doing your radio thing, but you don't need the tune now. You know what I'm saying?" So like from there we said, yeah, like it's true. We need to make a rhythm or something. You know what I mean? Utilize the hype. Obviously.
Had you recorded anything before that?
No. Actually, tell a lie, I performed Big Up Terror Danger, actually, because me and Nico, we done a tune called More Fire. I used to go M the O, R the E, F the I, R the E, basically. Yeah? And that was the first tune we ever made, but it never really got out there like that. But that was the first tune we made. Big Up Terror Danger once again, big grand producer in this thing. But like the Chubby thing, that was like the tune that actually took us out there. Like that put us out there. Like obviously, like I said, big up Slim Ting on the link. He put us through to Chubby. We heard the beat. At first, obviously, Lethal already had his chorus about, oi, who's that boy Lethal beat? So obviously, when we got to the studio, we heard the beat. At first, me and Nico was a bit like, not really feeling it.
So Lethal was feeling it, but you weren't too hot on it.
Lethal was feeling it from the start still, because obviously his bar matched the tune anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was feeling it from the start. So from there, me and Nico were like skeptical. We was like, but I don't know, you think it sounds a bit cheesy though? Like, he's like, and then obviously we done our own. Then Lethal said to us, you know what? You lot do your. I'm gonna do. Who's that boy Lethal beat? You lot do your versions of it, and we'll see how it fits on the beat. So we all. That's when I come with, who's the O to the Z? Who's the O to the Z? Another bad man inside the party, and then Nico come with his, who's that NWE? You know what I'm saying? So we made our own versions of the chorus, and then from there it went on the beat, and then we listened to it about once the tune was fully voiced. We listened to it before we left about 3 times, and I think the first time I was like, I'm still not feeling it. Second time, I was like, third time, I was like, you know what?
This can go on.
This can go on still. And then, boy, look, the rest was history after that still.
So,
you know what I mean?
So what was the next stage after? Obviously you voiced it. And like, what was the first time like you actually heard it out? Like,
heard it out. The first time I was at a place in Ilford. Funny enough, you know, tune got freshly cut, Music House.
So how many did you press up? You remember?
I think the first it was just one tune, innit? I'll say it was the first. There was one DJ got it first, and we played at a barbecue called All Fruits Rap, and that was the first time it got showcased. Like.
So obviously these times it's a vinyl thing, innit?
Yeah, it was
so
vinyl,
vinyl.
So we had to go Music House, press the vinyl.
The one about the emailing no MP3.
None of that stuff them days. A straight guy Music House, cutting your dub, putting it straight on dub, putting it in the sleeve, taking it where you got to take it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. So that's what we basically done with it. And the first play was played at a barbecue in Ilford called All Fruits Rap. That was the first ever time everyone heard it. I'm sure it was.
Can you remember?
I'm trying to remember.
Who did you give it to? Do you remember who you gave it to?
Did I give it to you? I'm sure I gave it to
No,
you.
it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I would love that to be the story, innit? I could have lied and said, yeah, it was me. Our boss.
The first
our boss.
DJ,
but it weren't me.
first DJ that we gave to you. Actually, Commander B on the Choice FM.
Okay.
Yeah. Commander B and CK Flash. Big up them man there on Choice FM. Obviously now it's not called that, but before it was called Choice FM. Yeah. And they were the first to play it, but what I mean is on a scale where everyone heard it, like this when we played at this barbecue, literally, obviously it got heard and it built a hype. But when everyone heard it, literally, like at a venue, it was like that's when we knew that this tune was gonna erupt because we saw like it's the first time we got played Vennom, and we saw the eruption from the crowd from the first time it being played. They never heard it, or they might have heard it, but not everyone would have heard it. You know what I'm saying? And then it just went mad. Like everyone was like, the tune got about 5 wheel-ups.
That must have been mad.
Yeah, it was like,
experience.
This is gone. This is from that. It was like this is gone, and the barbecue was packed. Like there was people from everywhere, like there. So you know what I'm saying, and it was ram from the front to the back. Yeah, and every single person in that crowd got on it. As soon as that tune dropped, as soon as they heard the hey, hey, hey. That was it from there. That was it. Eruption from there. And that was the first time it got played in a dance.
So where was the first time you actually performed it?
First time we performed it, boy. You see where that tune, I've performed that tune, Vennom, about, maybe about, it must be in the thousands.
Yeah, of course.
Must be in the thousands because we actually done a tour of that one tune.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah, around the country, around Europe,
yeah,
around everywhere of that one tune. But I say the first where I can really remember performing it would be like it must have been like somewhere in the it's like Palace P or Somewhere in the
Mostly one
hood,
of them
Stratford
venues.
Rex, one of them
Yeah.
venues there.
Yeah.
Because remember, them times there we was local, like we was totally local. So, you know what I mean? It was one of them ones. It had to be either, I'll say it was either at Palace P where it got first performed, or it could have been a Young Man Standing event, or it could have been at Stratford Rex. Because at the time, obviously, Stratford Rex was the
popping.
super club and it was popping, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, definitely, man. But wherever we performed that tune, it's like the first reaction's always been amazing. Like, it's like, wow, like, this should tell you that this is a banger, because the reaction you're getting from people that ain't heard it is just crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's when you know you got a hit on the hands.
Exactly.
The first time you hear it.
First time
It's
you
very
hear
rare,
it.
even as a DJ, like it's very rare you hear a tune straight away and you're like, raw.
Raw, like, this is a
understand?
straight banger. You know what I'm saying? It's even harder now.
Yeah, of
because the amount of tunes
there's a
that
lot
come
of
out
music
now,
out
it
there,
must be even harder for you as a DJ to
Yeah, of
say,
course.
you know what, this one gonna go, or is it not? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but trust me, man. And bear in mind, we was in times when they were kind of fighting the scene, like, you know what I'm saying? To
So
where
did you
it is now.
get a lot? Obviously, because it would have been classed as garage then. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
course.
obviously, did you get a lot of fight from, not necessarily fight, but a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of from the original old school garage man them. Because I know a lot of them did.
Obviously, yeah, I know what you mean, because at the time, I even remember when we used to go to a few raves, and like, obviously you had the old school garage MCs or whatever, and like, they would even say to man like, oh, like, obviously don't spit too much in it, like, just one or two ollie
Just host the
ollies and oi.
That's what it was about. That's what the garage was about.
That's basically what it was them times, innit?
Before obviously,
you know what I'm saying?
MCs come about.
But obviously, from where we come from, Vennom, we just thought like, you know what, like, obviously we just want to go up and squeeze and get our bars heard, innit? But to them MCs at the time, it was like, no, it don't go like that. You just say your catchy 8 and the ollie, and oi, don't start trying to squeeze your life. It's not that kind of party on the garage thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no two verses
Exactly.
and that thing there. Just
Exactly, Vennom. You know what
simple bars,
you know what I'm saying?
simple flows. You know, them way there.
There you go.
So obviously, them you come in. So this was about what year? This was 2000. And
This was like
when did you voice? You voiced it in 2000.
We voiced it in 2001,
Yeah.
late 2001. The tune done its radio rounds for about a year before we released it, if I remember rightly, because we released it in 2003 as a video.
How did it get picked up?
How did it get picked up? By well, boy, you know what? Big up Marky B still, because he put in the grind and got it shopped. Like he shopped the tune. Like, he shopped it to the labels, and the labels were interested at the time, because obviously the hype off the back of Pay As You Go, Heartless and Soul Solid.
Yeah.
They were looking for they were at the time, even though it was a hard fight, they were still looking for the next like Heartless crew or the next Soul Solid. And obviously at the time our name was ringing, innit? So they thought, we need to sign these guys quick. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of them ones.
So you got signed up. What deal was it? A single deal, album deal?
It was an album deal. And
who was it with?
It was with Goldbeat, and there was like an independent label of Universal Records.
Okay.
But they was called Goldbeat, and they had like a few acts at the time. But to be honest, they had too much acts at the time, because
who else was on the label at the time?
they had Dido, that female singer that made that tune with Eminem.
Oh, Dido. Yeah.
My bad on the pronunciation. Yeah, Dido. They had a few like obviously indie acts at the time, because indie was proper in them times. You know what I'm saying? The rock indie thing. They had like loads of them on the label, so they were kind of like, when they signed us, it was like they were just like kind of trying their luck kind of thing, because obviously what they're used to is like indie bands and rah, you know what I mean? So when they come to us, it was like they're taking a gamble, but for the time as well, because the scene back then is not how it is now. Like, now it is like totally open, you know what I'm saying, to a point where they're not really even trying to fight people no more, you know what I'm saying? But at the time we was coming through, it was like, oh, these lot are gonna come to the rave and mash it up. That was the thought in their head, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it must have been like, obviously them times was difficult, innit?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
not only, obviously times have changed now.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Obviously it's a lot easier to get your music out there, you understand?
Exactly.
So
And the thing is, you can't be blocked. You see, like, whereas before people might say, oh, yo, you know what, I feel like I'm being blocked. You can't really be blocked now in the day and age that we live in, because social media is there. And social media is the easiest way to get your stuff out. So even if a DJ is not going to play your tune, or you just put your tune up on YouTube or SoundCloud or Spotify, whatever, your tune's going to get heard regardless.
Yeah, because back in the day now,
yeah,
like, as an artist, as a group, to get your music out there, you had to go and find a DJ.
Yeah, you had to.
There was no other way to get
when
your music
we
out.
come through,
you understand?
Yeah, even the rest of the man them can vouch for this. When we come through, if you didn't have a selective few DJs on your side, like, you weren't really doing nothing. You needed the radio airplay when we come through. It was essential at that time. Because
this was before YouTube. This was before even
YouTube.
Channel U.
That's what I say. Even more Fire Crew. Even the video. That was before. Like, it got uploaded on YouTube, but it was like, I think it got uploaded about 9 years ago. So, and the tune's older than that, as you know. So, you know what I'm saying? We was around way before that stuff. So when you're seeing these outlets now, it's like you look at anything, wow, like it's just a lot easier now. Like you can make your own lane now with this stuff. Like they gave you the tools to make your own lane, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing.
That must have been a crazy time.
Yeah, of course.
Must have been a crazy time. To your first ever tune, really, that you man their voice.
Yeah.
To take it to that level.
Yeah, and it was. You remember, you have to think we're young and naive at the time. You know what I mean? We're young. We're going into college, like, and we potentially at the time we had a hit on our hands. We didn't even know, but we're like, wow, we got a hit on our hands. Like, it's crazy, like, you know what I mean? And being so young and naive, you're just like, oh, like groupie love, this, that, rah. You just want to enjoy it.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I can imagine how it is for these kids now that are blowing now. You know what I mean? They must be like, wow, like this life is crazy, like. Girls in my DMs every 2 minutes, this, that, rah. Because that's what it's about, isn't it? You know what I mean?
So obviously, after you got signed, obviously that was obviously you had that projection before the signing. You understand? Because it took you to another level already. So you're just recovering from that.
You see what boost. It is? It's like it's an honesty thing, innit? You see, at the time, I would say, like that tune. It was kind of like hard to rematch at the time, like,
of course, because like, as it being your first tune, you've set the bar there now.
Yeah, like the first tune, innit?
You set the bar there. It's not like you had
the second or the third. Like,
you understand?
You know,
your first ever, and not even like the first tune you released, the first tune you ever recorded as a crew.
Exactly.
And for that to happen, it's like
straight away.
There's nowhere else to go.
Yeah. It's like
because where did it chart? It charted number.
Well, midweek 7, and then final week it was 8. So 7 to 8.
So top 10, the top 10 UK hit.
Yeah.
So like they much higher you can get.
No, like,
you understand? So
at that time as well, the number 8 or number 7 was like a number 1.
3 man from East London. You know what I mean? It's like it was a mad thing.
Yeah.
So obviously that was obviously in a way it must have been like a gift and a curse because to follow that up.
That's what I'm saying. It was a gift and a curse because obviously you set a benchmark from the start. And if you can't keep up with that benchmark, it's going to be hard, innit? And obviously, when we signed to the label after the single, it was like they needed another 4 O's. Yeah, and at the time, it was hard for us to make another 4 O's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, obviously, we tried, you know what I mean? That's what you can do, innit? But obviously, if it was now, it would be a different situation because we would know. We would be putting out our own stuff. They were telling us what to put out, basically. They were saying to us, oh, you lot should put out this or put out that. Whereas now it's an independent time where you could say, oh, well, I think the streets are going to feel this more, you know, so we're going to go with this single, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the time we were saying to them, they were saying to us, like, no, well, like, we'll say, no, we want to do this single, you know, but they'll say, no, I think you like, you need to, like, you know, like, go more into the commercial scene, like,
yeah, and this is a story that I've heard time and time again.
Exactly.
It's like, they don't, because they're not used to.
They're not used to the rule.
You understand?
They're not used to the rules, so
and
they don't know how
like
to.
Like you said, like, to get signed now, you're on a different level, but at the same time, they have to realise what made Oi what it was.
Exactly.
It was the groundwork.
The rawness.
And the groundwork that you put in.
The groundwork and the rawness of the track.
You understand?
That's what made it what it was.
You understand? And it's not like you can just put out a tune out there and it's going to you have to put in the groundwork. The pirate radio stations.
Pirate radio stations. Every station that we played that tune on, it was more listeners hearing it.
Raves.
You know what I'm saying? The raves, the young man standings, the rumbles, the stampedes, you know what I mean? We can go on.
So it's a different ball game, you understand?
Exactly.
And that's probably what they did. And like I said, I've heard this story over and over again. The bigger labels, they don't understand.
They don't understand.
Do you know what I mean? Because they're not used to working
with us.
Yeah.
So whereas now, like, you find that these kids have got it easier now because they're telling the labels what to do now. Even if a label's gonna sign them now, Vennom, they're gonna say to them, yo, well, if you're gonna sign me, I want a distribution though. I wanna put out what I wanna put out. You understand? As long as you lot can back it and market it, I wanna put out what I wanna put out, basically. And that's what's going on now.
And obviously now it's a stage that a label ain't going to come and look at you unless you got certain numbers on YouTube, and so you've already got your thing set.
Exactly.
So they're just trying to.
And another thing is, people are not really signed to labels no more anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just thinking, you know what, get an investor, you're good. Someone that will invest in your thing and see your vision, you're good. You know what I'm saying? So it's come a long way for sure.
Yeah. So as the like having that label thing now, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously you got signed now. So it's an album. You done the album.
Yeah.
And how did that do?
It done like, obviously for the time it done okay. Like it wasn't the greatest because obviously we had to pay for our own distribution. Like really they should have been paying for that. But we had to pay for our own distribution, we had to pay for everything, so we had to do everything. Like at the time 17, like 18-year-olds having to do all of that. Like, you know what I mean? But basically what it was is like, how I see it is like they just signed us because they liked the tune. And then they thought, right, they'll sign us, and then we're just going to end up paying for everything. They're going to give us the label money deal, and we're going to pay for the distribution. We're going to pay to get the stuff. We basically, me, Leaf, and Nico had to put our own money, basically, to go and get stuff distributed all around London, basically. When labels should have been doing that at the time. But now labels are doing that. Because I'm seeing people on billboards, Spotify, and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So they're doing that. But back then, like, they weren't really doing that. So, you know what I mean? It was just a timing thing, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So it was a mad time.
Yeah.
Obviously, it would have been a mad time. Obviously, you performed on Top of the Pops and these things. What was that like?
Yeah, Top of the Pops. Like,
even
up to today, you know what? Honestly, with you, Vennom, even up to today, that is a benchmark in my life because obviously there's only a chosen few. There's only a chosen few that can say that they've done Top of the Pops. And I can gladly say that I'm one of them. So that is definitely a benchmark of my life. And it was crazy because at the time, I'm seeing Ja Rule and Usher and all these guys backstage, like in the changing rooms, and I'm thinking, right, like, I listen to these guys, like these man, like I'm buying these man's albums and all that, and I'm seeing them there with man at that time. Like it was like a real wow factor, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like that's where you saw the light. It was like, I'm that's my peers right now.
Must be,
you know what I'm saying?
Things.
Ja Rule, Usher.
Because obviously being like Top of the Pops, like for the youngers that don't know, Top of the Pops.
Top of the Pops. If you don't like, listen, yeah. Obviously, I know a lot of you are young, but Top of the Pops, yeah. Back in the day, yeah, Top of the Pops was like the pinnacle of music, innit? Like
Prime
everyone,
time.
It's like the mobiles, or it was like Grime Daily Radio Awards, or whatever you listen to now.
It's a Thursday, innit? Thursday was on.
Thursday,
7:30. Thursday.
Exactly.
Prime time. And them time there weren't one bag of channels, you know.
No. It's straight Top of the Pops. If your stuff got on there, then you're in. The box, actually, because it was cable them times, when remember?
Yeah, the box is popping
so the
still.
box, MTV, yeah, and Top of the Pops. That was the only outlets at them times. AKA weren't even around
before
them times.
AK, yeah.
That was before AK.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Before Channel U.
Yeah. Exactly. Channel U before AKA.
You know what I'm saying? There you go.
So obviously, tell me about. I want to talk about the video, you know, because the video is legendary, you know.
Yeah.
Because who shot the video?
The video was shot by a label recommendation. Basically, I can't really remember his name, but it was like an Asian kind of guy, and he was good at his job, man. He was really good at his job, but it's basically the label paid for the cameraman, innit? So I couldn't even tell you what the budget was or what. You know what I mean? Whereas if it was now, I could say, yo, like, I paid, blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the time, it worked, innit? Because it was raw. Like, most of the videos you've seen at that time, it was, like, glossy or bare champagne and all of that.
This was
you
just
know what I'm
raw.
saying? So we just come with this raw, like, basically hood video.
Yeah, definitely.
Hood video, basically, like, what's going on now.
Yeah.
Basically, we done that as an actual proper video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
good.
why even
I'm
like
glad.
when I go to like Grime Originals, yeah, big up Sharky again. When I go Grime Originals, I see fans there and that they're like, oh, like, you know what I mean? You's lot like gotta respect you's lot, man. Like top of the pops and like stuff like that, this and that, and they're young, you know. But they know the history. So there is a few people, like I said, there's at least there's 80% of them that do know, but then you got the odd 20 that need to learn their roots and know where this thing stems from. You get what I'm saying? TDK. Yeah.
Trust me.
Radio demos. Yeah.
Spitting lyrics through headphones.
Spitting lyrics
when
through
they went on mic.
headphones. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You all got it easy, but it's a blessing at the same time.
Yeah, the video was mad.
Yeah, but the video...
Concept.
It's like the video was just we done it in Greenwich, a broken down hospital in Greenwich, basically. So we just I don't know, the cameraman found the location, and we was there practically all day. That was my first ever video, so it was, you can imagine how tiring it was, and you know what I mean. And it was literally all day because we got there about 7 in the morning. When we got there was even like a little like a cafe there, like a little mobile cafe there.
Well, you had a budget, bro.
Yeah, like, the neighbour was going in. You get me? They were going in. We had everything there. We had a cafe there.
All the extras there lined up.
Extras were all paid for and all that.
Yeah.
Not coming out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying?
But Ozzie there on the sofa with the galley each
You know what
side
I'm
of
saying?
these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stick for that as well, though.
Why?
Because it was like, oh, why was there only one black girl in the video?
Oh, see, I didn't even clock that, you know. I didn't even clock that.
Yeah, but, you know, at the time, innit?
It's done its job, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Label
Yeah, of course.
So,
I understand.
can't really go against the label them
Yeah.
times there.
Trust me.
Whereas now I'll be like, no, blood, man, what, rah.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
And Nico there playing dominoes and
Exactly,
thing. Yeah.
Nico, the Donnies from the ends, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, it was authentic, man. That's what they needed.
Yeah.
I think that kind of opened it up for people to like see a bag of man in a video and
Yeah.
think, it's cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Because
And
before,
it wasn't even that vibe, like a bag of man vibe, because obviously
but-
you had your scene with the girls.
Yeah.
Nico had his scene with the dominoes and thing. Lethal
had his own scene.
had the little storyline thing where he's coming in, and you understand.
Exactly.
So it was like,
Yeah.
it was just set nicely, and obviously it was like a hood video, but it went with a tune. It don't
Went with
make
the
sense.
tune, yeah, basically.
You doing some glossy, shiny suit
No,
video?
I don't,
it's
because that's not where we came from. We
and
came
that's not
from.
what you're chatting about in the song either. You know what I mean?
For me, the video at the time matched what we was on, basically.
Yeah.
That's
It's real.
what we were doing, innit? We was on the roadside wearing Avexes, going clubs, doing the radio sets in our Avex jackets and academic suits and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. That's what I was saying, man. Look out for the project as well, because I got a new project coming soon since Avex and Face Offs. Look out for that.
See no more. We're gonna get to that. Don't worry, Ozzie, man. We're getting there slowly. We're getting there slowly. So obviously you had the album deal now, and then so obviously the next stage, like the crew kind of disbanded. A little piece.
Yeah. Because obviously, you know how it goes with groups. You know what I mean? After a while, egos clash, and you know what I mean. People start going on their own journeys and stuff like that. So yeah, after that. It went to, because obviously Nico went off and done his own thing after the More Fire thing, so it stemmed from me and Lethal. Obviously Lethal found Fuming. He got recommended by one of the guys in where he lived, basically, to Fuming, and then we was doing our rounds as Fire Camp, basically, Fire Camp Boundary at the time. So we done the Fire Camp Boundary thing as well.
So whose decision was it to start Fire Camp?
That was me. It was a neutral decision with me and Lethal still, because obviously we knew that the More Fire thing, if Nico's not involved, we can't really call it More Fire, because obviously he was the main player in it, so we can't really call it More Fire. So we kind of just took the moor off and just left the fire and just added the camp basically, and then we went with that. It was just me, Knowledge, Fuming, and Bizzle, Twister, Shawnee B at the time. That was the crew there. And then obviously we was doing our rounds, doing our radio rounds again. Obviously, you know what I mean, we got dropped from the label and all that, so it was back to square one again, you know what I'm saying?
Back to the roots.
Yeah. Going doing the radio thing and all of that. So after that, I met a bunch of young kids, because there was a time when most of the crews had their younger lot. Basically, every crew, you had boys in the hood, you had kids in the hood, you had Little Nasty, you had, you know what I'm saying? So obviously, where I live, I'm around bare youths anyway. So I'm seeing them and I'm saying to them, yo, you just start spitting, you know, like obviously man can help you. He's like, alright, innit? Get your thing going, kind of thing. So obviously the youths ran away, they all connected up. And they said, yeah, like, we want to be fire youngers, like, we want to do this thing, we want to be these lots youngers, you get me? So obviously, you lot can put us on. So that's when I gathered up all this, because obviously I'm like a talent scout, innit? So even Lethal will tell you that, because I think one interview that is like, yeah, Ozzie B, he was my Arsenal Wenger still, like, you get me? He scouted them, so obviously...
You're out there finding the talent.
Exactly, I'm out there fighting like the likes of Two-Face, Glocker, Wiz... Double M, and obviously we done that new era tune. Who's that nigga? You know what I mean? That mash up Channel U, and you know what I'm saying. So basically, that was because of me, basically, because at the time, obviously, Lethal weren't really thinking about like no younger lot. He was just thinking about keeping us out there, innit? But I saw the bigger picture, and I thought like, you know what, we might need these younger lot, because it's next gen, innit? Like the younger kids are gonna go harder for the younger kids that are similar to their age or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
what year are you in now?
We're in 2004, 2005 we're in.
Okay.
Yeah. So from there, it's like, obviously this is when this era started. Obviously like Pow, obviously the Pow era. This is when the Pow era started, when Lethal got a bag of man on the tune, and you know what I'm saying? This is after that. So this is when the whole fire camp thing stemmed off at Fire Youngers. And yeah, so it's basically I got a bag of youths at the time together, and I brought the proposition to Lethal, and I said, yo, like, we need to put these lot on, because it's going to benefit us as well in the long run. And that's what basically happened. And then we got them involved, and then we started doing like the fire camp tunes, like, no, can you bring it to the fire camp? No, and you know what I mean, forward twos and all of that, basically, and fire and all of that. And yeah, so that's all. That all stemmed really after the More Fire thing, basically. So I went from More Fire to Fire Camp, basically, and then obviously we added the Fire Camp Youngers, and yeah.
So More Fire was the parent company.
Yeah, so it was like More Fire will always be the parent company, always. You know what I mean? As long as I'm involved, it will be, because I've got most to do in the name and ego. So you know what I'm saying.
Trust me. So let's talk about Pow. So can you remember where you were when you got the phone call to say
Pow was that got recorded in Night Flight Studio, Commander B. Big up Fitz, big up CK Flash.
Yeah, big up Fitz.
Exactly.
Wizard.
Yeah.
Don't know.
But yeah, what happened there was Lethal obviously was doing the radio rounds again, so it was like obviously the Crazy Titch era, and
it was More Fire died
mobbing
down
like the Roof era, you get me?
Yeah,
going on the roof and just mobbing, squeezing. So obviously we're around a bag of man. Obviously Lethal's come with this idea like, you know what, yeah, I feel like I need to utilise all the man there being around, so let me like get a tune, get a mad beat, and just get like the hottest MCs at the time on the tune. Forwards. You know what I'm saying? The man them that are bunning raves, the D doubles, the nappers, let's get them all together on a track and see how it goes. But obviously that was his plan. So he called me, obviously when he was already at Fitz, and he's like, oh, like, I need you and Nico to come in it, because man's got a little idea, like, I want to get like obviously Nasty, More Fire, all of us on one tune. And make
so
a mad
it was kind of like he wanted to unify the.
Yeah, he wanted to unify the gram scene, because
that time
obviously the gram scene is just building these times. So he saw the vision. And he wanted to kind of unify it from.
Because there was a little tension between.
Yeah, of course, because we done the little roll deep clashes, and you know what I mean. Even Boy Better Know,
Yeah.
Like Boy Better Know, Roll Deep, we had our little lyrical warfare or whatever you call it, you know what I'm saying? So, but obviously Lethal saw past that and he was like, yo, like, we need to hook this thing up because you got Flow Down and you got Jamaica, who were Roll Deep at the time on the tune. Obviously D Double, you get me? Like, you get me? Like, so at that time we just said, like, I want to get like at least 8 to 10 man on the tune and just see how hard it goes, you know what I'm saying?
Did you think it would work?
To be honest with you, I was like 50-50 because obviously I knew at the time that it would create hype because I know that the people that were on it have got hype, like D Doubles and you know what I'm saying. So I knew it was going to do something, but I didn't think it would chart, to be honest, because it got number 11 national charts. So I didn't think it would do that, to be honest, because it was that grime at its rawest element. That's basically what it was. Grime at its rawest element.
What did you think when you first heard the beat? Did you like it?
The beat was always mad. When I heard the beat, I was like, this beat's sick. Like, big up Dex Blizzard as well, yeah? Big producer, yeah. Like, when I heard the beat, it was sick, but it's just like, at first, I didn't really, it was a similar thing with, I didn't really see the vision straight away. You know what I mean? Because at this time, obviously, the lyrical warfare as well. You see Jamaica being Flow Down, I'm thinking, oh, we had war with these, man, and now, man, I'm on the same tune with these, man, like.
So, man has to come
so obviously, man was like a bit, but then I see that it would do something because grime was fresh, you know what I mean? Grime, we got Wiley as well, the Esky sound, and you know what I mean, bringing Eskimo, and you know what I'm saying? So it was fresh at the time, so if Lethal could pull that off, I did have in the back of my mind that it could work, but I didn't think it would chart though. I just thought it would just be just bare hype, raves, that's it.
Couple PAs and
PAs here and there, raves, that's it. Not national charts.
So we spoke earlier about obviously the first time you went in a club and you heard Oi like played.
Yeah.
So where were you when you first heard Pow and what like?
Pow. Funny enough, when we first played Pow in a club, it was when we shot the video because it was in Paris.
So, yeah, of course.
And we shot the video, and it was bad because when we shot the video, we had to like control.
So that was a dance I was going.
That was a rave.
Basically. What rave? Can you remember the rave?
The rave. It was our rave. More fire. More fire party. More fire party still. Yeah. So it was like obviously we kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone that day because we done a performance and we shot a video at the same time. And we had to do the crowd control thing and don't act dead, man. Like just have energy in it, like it's a video, like you know what I mean. To them at that time, they was like, like obviously that's new to them, innit? Like, you know what I mean. But it worked, and obviously, remember we done Power twice. We done 2 videos. We done the original video, which we shot at Paris Pavilion,
the club thing,
and the club thing. You know what
started off when in the office thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then at Fitz's, and then it got signed. And then that's when Relentless said that, we had to reshoot the videos, get it a bit more up to the commercial level. Yeah, glossy, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's basic. But for me, I always prefer the original because that was the raw element. That's how you want it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even when it got played the first time, I always knew that it was going to be big because when we played it at the More Fire party, I was like the reaction this tune's getting already, like, it's just going to do our thing again, like, it seems like, because this is the first time they're hearing it in a rave, and everyone's like getting involved already. Like,
it's just mad.
You know what I'm saying?
So, you have to big up the explicit.
Yeah, big up Dex, man. Big
that tune is like, to be honest, there ain't really been nothing like it since, really.
Nah, that's what I'm saying, but big up Fume, because Fume's got something new out at the moment called Quiet on Set. And he's using the new Dex Blizzard. Okay. Yeah? Dex has got a few for me as well, so big up Dex.
Say no more.
Trust me, man.
What was that like? Obviously, because man toured up another country with like 10 man.
You know what? That was a madness. Still, like, I big up Bizzle for that as well because it was a lot of headache for him.
Can you imagine?
Because prima donnas and that. Obviously, you had the few that were always there, like me, the Flow, Dan, the odd 6 or 5 that will always turn up. And then you had the other prima donnas that were like, I got my own booking, you know what I'm saying? So it weren't easy. It weren't easy, but when we did all come together as a unit, I can't even tell you any other performance, UK or America, that I've seen that has got that energy.
Of course, it can't be.
You know what I'm
No
saying?
way.
I can't tell you that.
All of, even if you've only got like 7 of them at them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's still going to be a mad thing.
It's still going to be a mad thing.
Do you understand?
You know what I mean? And if you're going to ask me which one went off the most,
you ask yourself the question, aren't you? You know what I mean?
I would say, obviously, Power, because Power is the chorus.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. When the tune first got made, it was a bar. It wasn't even a chorus. It was just a bar. But then, obviously, the label said, yeah, just make Power the chorus. You know what I'm saying? But, other than Power, I would say, for me, I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm big-headed, but I'm not really going to say mine.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're into the yard man thing, I'll say, yeah, there's a people. You know what I'm saying? But, if you're not on that wave, I would say, Fuming, D double, obviously. And he didn't come, Demon.
Cool, standard.
Bring arms out to your mom's house.
I heard he didn't want to chat that lyric on the rhythm.
He didn't, but boy, Bizzle just penetrated it into his head that he had to.
So Bizzle saw the vision.
Yeah, he saw the vision. You know what I'm saying? Big up Bizzle because he's a business guy still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like,
But it's like
he saw the vision.
Yeah.
He saw the vision of that one, and there was a verse on that tune that didn't make the final grade. Shoot it, but then shoot it. 4 or 5, shoot it. Big up Hot Shot.
Yeah.
For me, that was the biggest bar on the tune.
Yeah, of course.
But they didn't make it because he didn't really want to do it at the time. He was at uni, and you know, I'd say he wasn't really fully hearted on music. But I believe if he was, that would have been the biggest verse on the tune. That and Arms House. D Double's verse and Fuming. For me. And Napa as well.
Do you know what? And Jamaica B as well.
Oh, Jamaica B. That's what I'm saying. On the Yardman thing, like, you had me, you had Flow Down, you had Jamaica B, like, you get me? So that tune really was for kind of everyone still, you know what I mean? Everyone could kind of relate to that.
It
It
was
was
a little piece of
universal.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me. So obviously he said it was a mad thing, touring a 10-man.
10 man, you know how he goes.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So,
you know what I mean? So
it weren't going to be easy. I remember those times when we was waiting to go to the furthest place in England and was waiting on 3 or 4 man to come, and they didn't come. So we ended up getting to the booking late because of them. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of that. It was a lot
hard
of
enough when you got 3 man in the group.
3 man, even
10
getting
man.
3 man to come to these PAs certifiedly is hard. So imagine getting 10 man to come
10
all
black
the
men
time
like that.
consistently.
You understand?
Like, trust
Must
me.
be mad.
Yeah.
So obviously Power, that charted at number 11, isn't it?
In number 11, yeah.
Yeah, that
Midweek.
was a mad thing as well.
Definitely, yeah. And I'm, like I said, I'm surprised because at the time it was just an MC tune. It's just a tune that you hear and just know, yeah, your favourite MC's on it. And that's it.
But it did.
But
The
it
madness.
went
And obviously,
on.
I remember like, even up to this day, the energy in that tune, when you drop that tune in the club, it's just
I
like a
remember
different...
police were coming to raves and saying, do not play Pow.
Yeah, tune got banned.
Do not
got
play
banned.
Pow.
And it's like,
Yeah?
I'm trying to think, can you think of another tune that actually got a tune? I've
Not
heard
these
of like
days.
a crew,
Not these days.
or maybe an artist, but as like a tune
If
to
I,
get banned.
if I would say anything, it'll probably be like a 6-7 tune or something, because obviously they got the drill kids on lock right now. You know what I mean? They'll probably make kids do all that stuff, but I haven't seen it, so I can't really say it. But no, I can't tell you no one that's really done that to dances. That police have to actually come to the rave and say, don't play Pow, or don't play this tune. That is very, very powerful, man.
Trust me. When you actually sit down and pre it properly, it's
Yeah.
like mad.
Mad.
How you
mad,
can't
mad.
play one tune. Like
One tune.
tune is gonna...
And you could have got fined for it. Imagine that. If you play Pow, you can get fined.
That's
£100
crazy.
on the spot.
Crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. The energy of that tune.
Mad. It's mad.
It's
Trust
mad.
me.
So we've gone deep
Yeah.
into the history, into the roots.
To the roots.
Understand? So right now, let's talk about the present
The
and
present.
the future. What's going on with Ozzie B right now?
Right. Well, at the moment, right now, I've like got about 100 tunes unheard, basically. But I've got a project coming out next year called Since Averex and Face Offs. Yeah, because obviously I'm not. It's not one of the ones where I'm hanging on to what was. It's
hold on. Before you go any further,
yeah.
Can you just explain to the youngers what a face off is, please?
Alright, so if you don't know what a face off is, basically all these phones that we've got now, that's touchscreen and all of that, yeah. It was a dialing phone where you had to actually press buttons to dial numbers. Yeah? And you had to take the face off. You could take the face off it and change the colour of the face, basically. So you could gloss up your phone, pimp your phone up, do your thing. You could even change the aerial, make it a shiny, flashy aerial. Like, you know what I mean? That's what Nokia would, like, for me, was like the first mobiles, like, where everyone knows about. Standard. You know what I'm saying? So face offs, you had the 3210 obviously, and you had the 8210.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the 8210 is the one that I'm chatting about.
I never had none of them still. Yeah. But see, I never had none of them phones, yeah. But I was still the Snake King. Yeah. No one could touch me at Snake, you know.
Snake, exactly. Snake.
No one could touch me at Snake, bro.
And they're even making. I swear I think it was a year ago.
They re-released it, innit?
Yeah, but I think that's just to catch people out. I think that one. But we ain't gonna go too much into that one.
Trust me, because they're not the old school version. Them.
Exactly.
Them are some different technology.
Exactly.
But like you said, we won't go into that.
We won't go into that.
So Averex and Face Off, yeah.
Yeah. But it's a project. It's been put together from say like about 3-4 months ago, basically. Got a few features on there. Big up Footsie, Newham Journals, Manga from Roll Deep, Fumans on there, obviously, Nico as well. There's a few other surprises on there yet that ain't confirmed yet, but it's gonna be like a 13 track. It's not gonna be an EP because EP is like 6 to 8 tracks, and I'm giving them 13 tracks. But I don't want to call it an album because it's not an album. I'll say it's a project.
There you go.
A project. That's what I call it.
More.
Yeah. So it's a 13-track project called Since Averex and Face Offs with some nice features on there. It's gonna be out early next year. So definitely look out for that, man.
Yeah, look forward to that.
And obviously I got you. There's a tune I gave you that's on the
I'm gonna play right now.
So, yeah.
So intro this tune.
Yeah, this one is myself featuring my bro Knowledge. Yeah, don't say a word.
Tell them know your roots. Tell a soundboy better know your roots. Crime ain't new. I was here for the first time. Tell a little boy better know your roots. 110s and AV know your roots. Shut up and play me. Know your roots. Oi, pow. Know your roots. Still shut down the dance better.